Honestly, I think you should rename Gore World Chantelverse. Because who else is in Gore World? Like, does anyone even still talk about Amberlynn?
Who do you want to call?
The Ghostbusters.
Team Destiny. And the fact that, like, your brother is in on this?
My brother's in on this. What do you mean?
Like, do you want, like, I know T on him. Like, I know T on your family times 12, but I'm not that person.
Dang, but I'm not that person. You have tea on my brother?
Yeah, he was at it, but I'm not that person. I know T on your family times 12, but I'm not that person.
It just keeps getting funnier every time I say it.
Sir, please. Look, squirrels can do mukbangs, that's right. You have been secretly watching amberlynn Reid. You are also trying to monetize your mukbangs. Hello, my favorite girly and Kermit Pops. In today's video for the low introductory price sale of Absolutely Kermit. You heard it here last in Fair Verona, where we lay our scene. So basically, we're going to take a look at some outrageous messages from Amberlynn's current girlfriend, Tommy, what Tommy had to say to just random people when Tommy and Amberlynn supposedly broke up for 5 seconds, and Amberlynn's addressing these stunning messages on her live stream and the rest of her 3-hour live stream. Does the fun ever start? We're going to get into it. But do you see this wonderful, beautiful Kermit? Have you ever asked yourself, how can I possibly purchase a Kermit? Now you can. That's my game show host voice. Now you can for the low introductory price of nothing. Okay, well, you know, not yet. Okay, so basically, here is my view products tab. It's going to pop up. It's my affiliate thing. So if you go to that, you can purchase your very own Kermit and be happy. So we're going to get into all the drama. If you could not tell already by this ridiculous intro, everything I'm saying is just for entertainment purposes only. Nothing is meant to be taken seriously. I am sharing my own opinions, not facts, and publicly accessible information made public by public figures first. And I would urge you, please do not go to these people's channels and leave them mean-spirited, negative, disparaging comments, entertainment purposes only. All right, so I want you to read these text messages that are going to be up on the screen. These are the text messages that were sent to Amber's ex-bestie, Alexis, all right? And these are text messages that literally spell it out for everyone, in my opinion. These text messages, or DMs, whatever you call them, they're DMs between, somebody Amber claims to love, whatever. It doesn't matter. I want you to just read what these messages say. Amberlynn has addressed these messages, and she said that, the love of her life over here, the wonderful, amazing person that she's with, basically, like, a lot of people were lying about Amber and this person. And this is what Amberlynn said on the live stream to address these messages that, oh wow, like, people believed, like, my love believed these lies that I was still talking to Valentine while I was talking to them, and that's not true.
It just keeps getting funnier every time I say it.
Amber says, I was never talking to Valentine while I was with Tommy. If you look at these messages, that's why I asked you to read them. Please read them, okay? It explains, number one, the real reason that Amberlynn was broken up with. And it's not because, people were talking about photos that, somebody she knew was involved with. No. I want you to really take a look at these messages. And now that you've had some time to take a look at these texts, these DMs, I'm going to tell you this. Amberlynn's point is that people lied and let this person know that Amberlynn was still talking to Valentine while with Tommy. And this isn't true, says Amberlynn.
How about that?
I'm going to tell you this. There are many things that I'm sure of, but nothing for me that I have said recently rings more true than the common sense answer of, Amberlynn, your lies are very easily discerned as such. because you blatantly show them. Amberlynn is saying that the reason that there was a little breakup between her and Tommy is because of this, but this isn't true, you guys. You guys have to realize she was never talking to Valentine and Tommy at the same time. So the little breakup, oh, it wasn't true because Tommy got, some wrong information, but all is well now and Amberlynn is in love. You don't have to listen to my opinion that common sense Amberlynn is a cheater. And by the way, the fact that she's a cheater isn't an opinion. That is documented by Amberlynn on her channel. It's documented. You can go ahead and take a look how she cheated on Casey with Crystal, and she cheated on Crystal with Destiny, and so on and so on. You don't even have to take my opinion on it or anything. How about we go and we take a look at the common sense answer of what Amberlynn posted? Amberlynn claims that she broke up with Valentine on June 15th. But the reality is that pretty much right away, she was already talking and already introducing that she has a new girlfriend a few weeks later. I want you to honestly think about the following.
Yeah, I'm just coming on here to say womp womp.
I mean, first of all, it's common sense. It's obvious, in my opinion. It's so blatant that she was talking to two people at once, Valentine and Tommy. But even if you don't believe me, okay, because I know most of you do, because you have common sense, things don't happen in a vacuum, with probably very, very, very minor exceptions. Because I know whenever I make these type of videos, people are always like, oh my God, it happened to me. Wonderful. We're talking about amberlynn reid, okay? So the thing is that with minor exceptions, people who immediately 2 weeks later are in a new relationship, they were, newsflash, talking to that person while they were with you. What I'm trying to say is, while Amberlynn was Valentine's girlfriend, she was already talking to Tommy, and in my opinion, already Tommy's girlfriend. It is so outrageous that she obviously got Tommy to believe that she was never talking to Valentine while she was with Tommy. The second that Tommy came into the picture is pretty much when Amberlynn got dumped by Valentine. And I know that a lot of people do not believe what Valentine has to say. But if you go through all of the times that Valentine spoke, so this person's narrative never changes as far as this person is 100 every single time they speak about this topic, and they say, hey, while Amberlynn was with me, she was talking to Tommy the whole time. And that, by the way, is the reason that the relationship actually broke up for a little bit. Not like how Amber said, yeah, obviously the situation was hectic because the truth came out on the internet and people were talking about it. But it's not a coincidence, okay? You saw the text messages, all right? And then Amber's response to this on her live stream is like, oh my God, oh my God. Tommy just believed these things, but they weren't true. I wasn't talking to Tommy, while I was with Valentine. Of course you were. You tell me how anybody can get into a full-fledged relationship 5 seconds after, they just broke up or were broken up with. And I understand that it can happen. Like I said, very small exceptions. But Amberlynn is a known cheater. She's a known cheater. And there's a lot of proof on the internet for that, including from all of her exes. Okay. So these messages prove DMs being released, or when you hear, like, as what's going on recently where people are exposing Amberlynn, she is always talking to multiple people in DM. Honestly, Amberlynn, you could fool some of the people some of the time, but the reality is that most people understand that things don't happen in a vacuum. Of course, you were talking to Tommy while you were still with Valentine. She is always looking to find the next person, the next person, the next person, just like she's saying she's in love, just like she clickbaited and completely lied she was engaged to Tommy when she wasn't. At the end of the day, okay, Amber's response that, oh, people were trolling and mean people were saying to Tommy that I was still talking to Valentine when I wasn't, that just isn't true. People were saying things as they are. Valentine came out and said you were still talking to Tommy. Everybody around that time was saying, like, please just stop lying. By the way, one last point about this topic. You don't need these DMs, these messages to be released to understand that I don't think, my opinion is that people are not sure about you, amberlynn, when they get involved with you. Just not speaking about any specific person. I feel that people are not sure about you. You're not only talking to multiple people at once while claiming to be in a relationship. It's okay to talk to people while you're not in a relationship, but it's not okay if you're in a monogamous relationship. So I just think people are not sure about you in general when they enter into anything with you. Not talking about your specific situation, of course. But the other thing, it's common sense, to me at least, that when you're having such deep problems and crying and breaking up and getting back together and breaking up, getting back together at the beginning of a relationship, the situation is doomed. And I'll tell you why. Because a relationship is rarely more passionate or even interesting than in the beginning. There's exceptions, I will say that. But if you're having problems in the beginning, well, the best predictor of future behavior is a past Kermit. There you go, amberlynn. Let's just move on to Amber's second part of her ridiculous 3-hour live stream and what she had to say. Some very interesting tea about FBI Frank. Okay, so this is a very important part in her live stream. She gets asked again about the FBI Frank story. If you don't know the story, amberlynn claims, and she claimed yet again in this live stream, that there were mean comments written underneath her videos. The FBI saw it. Of course they did. Of course they did. They have nothing else to do but to solve mysteries of ambi-coded drama. And they contacted her ex's sister, went to the ex's sister's house, okay, Amber's ex's sister's house, and said, we cannot find amberlynn Reid's house. Of course, so we all know Kiwi Farms, and literally a Kermit could find amberlynn's house, but the FBI couldn't. And so then Amber reiterated that the FBI said to her, oh my God, we saw the picture of that guy. We have the picture of him. And, we know who he is. You want to know who he is? That's the one that's leaving mean comments. And amberlynn said no. And then they complimented our girl on her following. Okay. So obviously this is an outrageously obvious lie, because the FBI, even if they could not find where amberlynn lives, we all know that the FBI is very capable of finding that. They would just consult the IRS, internal Kermit service, where, amberlynn does pay taxes. So, everybody knows where you live, the IRS, the FBI, please. Okay. So Amber gets asked in this live stream, like, tell us the truth about the FBI story. And here is how she exposes herself and explains that she has been lying all along. Okay, so somebody in her chat tells her, why don't you just post the business card of the FBI agent that came to see you? And then we would know you're telling the truth. And Amber says, and I quote, I thought about doing this, but it scares me because if it is the FBI type deal, wouldn't I get in trouble? What do you mean, amberlynn? If it is the FBI, wouldn't I get into trouble? Shouldn't you tell us it is the FBI? Here's her doubting her own story.
Guys, welcome back. Welcome back.
She says, well, if it's the FBI, I don't want to show the card. That clearly leaves only room for one answer.
Did not shower.
She doesn't really think that the person that came to see her was an FBI agent and is continuing on with the lie. Because if she truly believed that an FBI agent came to see her, then clearly she would not doubt if it was the FBI. She would say, I have the FBI guy's card and I don't know if it's right for me to show it. But she's doubting the validity of it being an FBI agent by saying if it is the FBI.
FBI Frank's boss, Ronald. Ronald, tell the truth. Did you authorize him to compliment our girl and her following? Eat the nuts while you can. There's no nuts in jail when you will be reported to the FBI.
So amberlynn always gives herself away, as she did right now. She's doubting if it's the FBI, couldn't I get into trouble? So you mean to tell me that you're not sure that the FBI came to see you? Why did you monetize content like that? Why'd you make money? She made like $1,000 off of that video and subsequently continues to lie for money on her live streams about this story. amberlynn, you gave yourself away. You're saying, if it's the FBI, couldn't I get into trouble? Why would you doubt if it's the FBI if you're so sure that the FBI came to see you?
Are you a YouTuber?
See, she gave herself away fully admits it's a lie. I mean, if anyone out there truly believes that amberlynn is ever telling the truth, get a Kermit. Okay, she then doubles down and says, what if it was someone who was trolling me, right?
Nurse, clear my schedule.
Want the tea? There you go.
What I told you had already happened, but what if it was a troll? But then she's like, I'm not going to get my ex's sister involved in this. But you already did. And what do you mean, what if somebody was trolling you? I thought that the FBI contacted you. So you mean you're not sure? Basically, doubling down. Listen, she is lying about the situation. Okay? That's it. She's lying about the situation. She seems unsure if it even happened in the live stream. That's why I told you that it's best for y'all for her to do live streams, because it'll be the real her. The real her just admitted she was a lie. Okay, she also gets told that she's clearly not in love with Tommy. So ridiculous that everyone that dates you has to have like a code name, 00 Kermit. Like, please.
Give you a couple minutes before you start talking again, eh?
Telling you, FBI Kermit has determined that was a lie. Anyways, okay, so basically she gets asked, like, are you really in love? You're not in love. It's just 2 months. It's like infatuation. She's like, I don't know, but I think it's love. Yeah. FBI Kermit determined that was a lie. She then gets asked this question of, like, where would you work if YouTube ended? And she says she doesn't know. No backup plan, Lynn. What is Shaka? Is anyone here really surprised that she has absolutely no backup plan? amberlynn, forget about YouTube crashing and burning, because I don't think that that's even going to happen. It may be that people are not going to want to watch you. I don't think that's happening anytime soon, but you need to have a backup plan, girl. But I think only frog fans or whatever, maybe she's going there. Okay, she then goes through this nonsense saying that, like, she claims she has no more friends. Then she says that she does have friends. And then listen to this. She's like, oh, I'm going to start demanding that people sign NDA, that's non-disclosure agreements, where basically you can't say anything about your friendship with that person or anything that happened, anything you saw that happened with that person. And people are like, yeah, that's for guilty people. And she's like, no, that's for people that are like lying. Girl, you hectic. Okay, my Kermit is hectic. So basically, amberlynn is trying to say that she wants people to sign NDAs. amberlynn, no one in their Kermit mind is going to sign a non-disclosure agreement to be your friend. And this is just my personal opinion. If amberlynn reid needs people to sign non-disclosure agreements so they don't expose her, that says everything you need to know about her as a friend. People are probably befriending you and getting into relationships with you for the wrong reasons. And I don't think you have the money. I think you have some money to throw at a lawyer for some time, but not all the time.
Next.
Girly pop. She then says that Valentine and Valentine's wife never saw her legs. It's whatever. Who cares? Like, enough of the legs, okay? Then I can't even. Amber, just stop. Just stop. Stop. Then she starts crying. Then she's like laughing. Then there's a Alexa situation type moment type deal. And I'm just here wondering, much like that squirrel.
Did you compliment your girl on her following? Yes, I can see you're a little ashamed of doing that, but she has a nice following. Are you monetized on YouTube, yes or no? Do you have a YouTube channel? You want to be famous? You know amberlynn reid? Tell the truth now.
There is another moment on this live stream, that is one of the things that Amber likes to do on YouTube, in my opinion, which her trying to prove that she's not a liar by proving that she is one. It encompasses everything that she embodies and who she wants to be on YouTube. She always wants to prove to the haters, non-congratulators, that she didn't lie. Only you did. Okay. So before we go any further, I want to show you something. It's on the same wavelength of what we're talking about. It's about, this next part is about her and ex-bestie Alexis. I am not saying that they are back together as friends, but if you remember what I originally said, with all due respect, did I not say that they would eventually start being friends? I want you to take a look at this. This is from Alexis's public TikTok. Amber said you texted her and told her you miss her even after she talked a bunch of crap about you. Alexis says in the live stream she answered a question and said that she missed me, so I unblocked her and I told her miss you too, Pookie, and then told her to stop crying in the club. Yeah, sounds like you two aren't friends at all. Alexis, you don't have to listen to my advice. I'm going to tell you something. And this goes out to everyone. It's the unblocking that is the beginning of the end. It's when you make a conscious choice to unblock someone that you blocked, or to text someone that you know you don't want to text, or you know that it's never going to end. It's never the actual text per se, it's the unblocking. So I told you they were eventually going to be friends. I don't believe they will not stay friends like forever. I believe that they will. I don't believe that they're going to be enemies forever. At some point they'll talk again, even if they don't fully become friends. All right, back to this. So if you remember, Alexis said that amberlynn never helped her throughout her struggle. She was working 3 jobs. She wasn't making ends meet. Amberlynn said Alexis is lying. I gave her $100 as a Christmas present a bunch of days late, right? And what did I say to you? What were my words to you? I said my personal opinion here is that Amberlynn is lying. The spirit of what she's saying is lying. Giving somebody $100 is not actual real help as compared to what you gave your exes. You gave Destiny thousands. You paid for her gas. You paid her rent numerous times. You gave another woman, a married woman, a woman in a relationship, a lot of money because you just needed to be taken to Target for lather. Who cares? $100 is not nothing. It is a certain amount of money, but that is not what we would consider Amberlynn type of money when Amberlynn wants to help you. When Amberlynn wants to help you, she pays the full rent. The spirit of what you were saying was a lie, and what she said was the truth. She didn't consider it real help because it was just $100. Whenever I talk about this, I want to make this real clear. So do not be going in the comments and saying that I didn't say this, because I did say this and I'm about to say this. Amberlynn doesn't owe anyone anything. I do not think that it is her responsibility to help anyone or pay anyone's bills. I do not think that. However, since y'all brought it up, Amberlynn, the spirit of what you said in the past was a lie. Okay? Somebody asked me the other day, what's a lie? It's a L-I-E. It's a lie. The spirit of you helping her is not true. You threw $100 at the problem so that she would continue to listen to your crush woes about her and you could send her more of your cookies. Okay, so back to this. In the live stream, just needed to give you the background in case you don't know. In the live stream, Amberlynn finds screenshots of herself actually going ahead and sending Alexis money. Half of it was for the internet, half of it was for gas. That's the $100. And she says, see, it wasn't a Christmas present. People always want to determine that I'm a bad person. It was not a Christmas, it was for gas and internet. Amber, you used to pay people's rents, and the girl that stood by you for a year and was your actual friend, you gave her $100. The spirit of what you said was a lie, but more importantly, it doesn't matter if you paid her internet and a little bit of gas. It matters that you said that you helped her, you helped her. Oh, she was in need. You threw $100 at the problem. You didn't need to help her. Again, I don't believe she owes anyone anything. But since you're claiming that you helped her so much, no, you didn't. You gave Destiny thousands. Why didn't you pay Alexis's rent just once? Because, she wasn't going to romance you. As far as the type of person that you are, Amber, the type of person that you are is easy to see because for some reason you can't even hide it. You choose to show it because you don't even know how bad it is. So I'm not going to say what kind of person you are. No one needs to believe you're this type of person or that type of person. It's easy to see the type of person that you are. The pettiness of finding the screenshots to prove that you gave her money for Wi-Fi and gas when you used to pay people's rent, you threw $100 at the problem so you could continue to confess your crush to her. You stalked out everybody's life like Paulie D said some girl stalked out his life on the Jersey boardwalk. Get a Kermit. Comments, dislikes, leave it in the comments and dislikes down below. What do you all think about this video? Leave it in the dislikes. Thank you so very much for watching today. I really appreciate it. Please check out a similar video that's popping up here. You may enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, if you didn't, let's say you just really didn't like this video. I have a great news. You're not going to like any of my other videos. Go and dislike those. All right. Go check out the video that I've linked down up here. And, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.